Welcome back. So today's video is going to be about hand care. So if you do CrossFit, and you probably have tore your hands at some stage, I've torn my hands many times, but here's what I do to maintain them and look after them. It's mostly just shaving them, which I'm going to show you now, and what I use. The CrossFit Open is coming up in about 2 weeks, and everyone always tears their hands for the Open, so here's some tips that you can follow that you can look after your hands, and hopefully you won't tear when gymnastics inevitably comes up. So these two things are what I use. This is a pummel stone?
Pumice.
Stone. That's more for afterwards. And then you can get different varieties of these. It's basically just a handle with a small standing blade on it. So there's a different one, it's just a different shape. That's what they look like. You can buy them on most websites. Rogue have them on their website. Just look out for hand shaving tools. That's generally, if you Google that, you'll find them. And then the only thing you need to do is replace the little blade that's in it. So little blade on either side, and then when this wears down, you just turn it around and use the other side. So that goes in there. If you've never used this before, it can be a little bit intimidating because you're taking a standing blade and cutting parts of your skin off. So just be careful with it. I'm going to get you to come in and I'll show you how I do it. Slow is generally better, and use light pressure when you're pressing down so you don't go too deep and rip off parts that you don't want to rip off. So here's what my hands look like. I tore a little bit as well last week. So you can see the calluses. I have a callus here, a small one here and a small one here, and then my right hand, same. Here and here are my worst ones, or the biggest ones. Sometimes you can have a little bit here. You can also shave across like that. So what you're going to look like is, I start from left to right just because I'm right-handed. So you're going to get a little bit so you can see the skin there. Apply some pressure. And that's what it's going to look like. Right? I'm just going to put it here. Generally, get a piece of tissue paper or something like this where you can put all your dead skin, because you don't want that floating around. It's pretty gross. But you're just going to go like that over and over. So there's a little bit gone. So now there's a jagged edge here and here. If I leave it like that, then there's more chance that it's going to rip. So you want to shave as much as you can. You want to get into the corners, where now when you look at it, it's pretty flat. There's no lumps of skin left on either side, so it's less risk that it's going to tear. So you just want to flat like this, and then this is where you're going to use the stone. So you're going to take the stone and just smooth it out. So you're just moving up and down and grinding the last bits of dead skin away. Obviously you'll have this one and this one done next. You're going to keep on going, and then that will be nice and smooth. So it's, the callus is kind of gone. You can see the more vulnerable skin underneath, but generally that doesn't tear. I also don't have any gymnastics tomorrow, so I always do this on a day where I'm not really doing as much the next day. So today for me, my training was all the gymnastics. They got pretty worn down and pretty sore, so now I shaved them today because I'm not doing any gymnastics tomorrow. So whatever day for you for training that falls on, I'd advise to do it where you're not really doing that in the next day. It's kind of best advice, because then you give your chance a little bit of time to heal, and that's pretty much how I look after my hands. If this helped, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you want to see any tips on how to use your grips a little bit better so that you don't rip your hands as much, let me know if you want to see that as well. Thanks. If you have a previous tear, like this one that I tore last week, just be careful when you're going over. So for me, the direction that it tore was this way. So you can see there's more skin up the top, that if I do this, there's a good chance that lumps of it are going to come off. So I want to shave the opposite way, just lightly. And you can see I'm barely taking anything off here. It's really just to smooth it out. And then for something like this, you're going to want to use the stone a little bit more, so that you can just shave down those little bits just to make it a little bit smoother and a little bit flatter.